Good night, Crab Hill. Good night to Coles Cave, Stroud Bay, Harrison's Tenantry, Content, all these communities that are in hearing of my voice tonight and represent a proud St. Lucie. I am here tonight to ask you to renew that mandate that you gave me back in 2018. Back then, I promised you proper representation and progress. And tonight, what I will share with you will be, first of all, a progress report. A progress report followed by the plans which I have for you, the people of St. Lucie. Followed by the plans which the Barbados Labour Party has for you, the people of St. Lucie, my good people. It is extremely important that when you come to a people and they put their faith in you by electing you to be their voice in Barbados' Parliament, that you come back to them and you report on what you have done. Because, let me tell you something, there are a bunch of people walking about here telling you that nothing happened in St. Lucie. But when I read this record to you tonight, you will see all that is happening in St. Lucie over the past 8 years. I am very warmed tonight by this lovely local audience. I know these are Crab Hill people. I know you come out to hear what has been done. You have seen things happen in your community. And I know you've come tonight to hear of all the other things in other communities across St. Lucie that has been done. It has not been an easy task. And you heard my colleague from St. Peter mention it tonight. But it has not been an easy task the past 2 years, especially. Not many of you would know. In 1 year, I lost 2 of my close brothers. One of those brothers which I lost would have been right here tonight. The one who would encourage me, who would be here in St. Lucie at every meeting that I would have spoken at in the last 2 elections. But he's not here tonight. And therefore, I will dedicate this victory to him. I will work hard and hard to ensure that victory comes, dedicating it to him. And of course, you, the people of St. Lucie, because you deserve the best. You deserve the best. You are not looking backward, you're going forward. We can't go back to the Dems. And let me say this to you. The Democratic Labour Party had their time. They had 42 years of representing this constituency. All you got in those 42 years, for the most part, was one man running and selling food, and another man just doing nothing. I say to you tonight, you have given me that task of representing your interests over the past 7, 8 years. And I am up to the task, as I have shown you, as I will outline to you tonight. And I intend to continue in that vein. St. Lucie benefits tremendously under a Barbados Labour Party, more so than a Democratic Labour Party. Because you are taken for granted. And I want you to know that I do not take you for, I take my job seriously. I take my job seriously as your representative. Because I know that you deserve the best, and you will continue to get the best from me as your representative. My friends, we went through a difficult period, for about 2 years. when we face COVID. This is what happened. This is what a caring government does for you. Every family in St. Lucie, to the best of my knowledge, was given a care package. Because when they asked me, I said to them, did you go into this district? What about the people there? They said, oh no, we didn't. I said, no, we cannot leave out them. So every single household, to the very best of my knowledge, I can stand up here and tell you tonight, benefited in that regard. It was a rough period. It was a difficult period because people were laid off because businesses in the tourist sector were closed. Hotels sent home people. You face freak storm, Elsa. You face all these challenges. But in every situation, we stood by you for those people who would have had damages with their homes. I ensured that I told National Housing and the Rural Development Commission that you need to deal with these people, sort out these people. Because at the end of the day, you matter, you are important. And I ensure that every day of my life, as your parliamentary representative, I did the very best that I could to ensure that you benefited from what the government was offering. My colleagues sometimes get vexed with me, as you heard Colin say tonight. Everything I open my mouth is St. Lucie. Well, of course it has to be St. Lucie because those are the people I represent. I happily represent. And to represent is to truly represent and to ensure that their needs and those things which affect them are dealt with. I say tonight, they tell you that I ain't do nothing. Hear this, my friends and comrades. This constituency got more roads than any other constituency in Barbados. I tell you, my colleagues vex with me. Peter, how you just get that do? Roads at Lowlands, roads at Rock Hall, road at Crab Hill number 1, we on it tonight. Road from Crab Hill Police Station to Archers Bay. Road at Durham's Drive. We got all of them fixed. People driving on smooth and we ain't done yet. We got a couple more to do. But in relation to all of that, we refurbish the community centers at Rockfield and at Checker Hall. We refurbish the post office, the general post office, where pensioners go every Thursday or whenever pension days to change their checks, to collect and change their checks. We ensure they do that in comfort. Restoration, refurbishment of St. Lucie's post office. And right below the St. Lucie's post office is a new social care center. This is welfare. A new center has been built. These are the things that I've been able to oversee happen in St. Lucie. I know that there are a number of other things I have on the agenda to be done. They mean a lot to you. They're important to you. Our young people as well. Our young people will not be left out. Every time I am called upon by any institution in St. Lucie, sometimes I gotta say, hold on, hold on, hold on. There's a lot going on. Things to be done. I say, hold on. I've never told an institution no, from Youth Milan Football Club to any school and so on. I have never said no to them what I can do. I do for the establishment and the forwardness of these institutions. This is absolutely important because if you're going to be telling people, if you're going to be telling your constituents, you representing them, sometimes they don't ask for much. You know, that's the thing about St. Lucie. The St. Lucie people don't ask for a whole set of things. But they must never, one thing I've learned, they must never be taken for granted. And they will never be taken for granted because we moving on, we bring St. Lucie forward. A lot of people tell you nonsense about St. Lucie behind God's back. Well, I am glad that they're behind God's back because it shows that God is leading. And with the strength and the help that God has given me, I intend, with every ounce of the energy that I have, as I continue to represent this constituency, to give it my best shot, give it the best that I can, my all. That is important. They have asked me, and I'm in discussion, I'm pushing for it to happen. You talk about Archers Bay. Archers Bay, which would have been laying waste, so to speak, for a number of years until we brought it back. And let me tell you something. The people have said to me, as I've canvassed, as I've been in there a number of times, they said to me, Peter, the guys that play football on the one half or the first half, and the persons in the park area, they said, Peter, you know how many vans and how many buses and things come there on Sunday evenings? You need some bathroom facilities. Yes, the bathroom facilities were always a part of it. And I commit to you tonight that we're working at getting bathroom facilities installed at Archers Bay so that people can truly go and picnic. And when they come to picnic, and they don't have to get up and leave and go to look for a bathroom facility. Those are the things that matter to you, that you have raised with me. And those are the things that I'm looking out for, I'm seeking to get done. The guys that play football over on the other side, whom I've spent time with on a couple of occasions, I've said to them, because when they're playing football and the rain come down, they either get wet or they leave. Hold tight. Hold tight. Because we're looking to correct that too. You said to me you need a pavilion out there, and those are one of the things that I'm pushing for. I've already spoken to the last Minister of Sports, and I said to him, I need work at Archers Bay. I need to have a pavilion so that when the youngsters go out there to play and the rain comes down, they don't have to run and go home. They can continue to enjoy themselves by using the pavilion to shelter and then resuming their games. If we are going forward, why look back? In 42 years, as I said to you, these are things which the Democratic Labour Party never looked out for you. And as they drive through here tonight, listening to what is being said, these are not this is not a pipe dream. This is real things because I intend to continue to work for the people of St. Lucie. We have done a lot before. We are fixing Stroud Bay Road. That will be dealt with. We're working on that. We're fixing from Coles Cave right through Crab Hill on to Content. We don't just talk. We do what we have to do. And let whoever may be taping or driving through to care about news, care about that. Do you know something, Conrad, ladies and gentlemen? I have not heard of one proposal from my opponent has not put one thing on the table except to tell you lies that people pay $1,000 a week for water. Which person in St. Lucie? Which person in St. Lucie? Tell me who. I want you to bring the evidence. Bring it and tell me who it is. You don't just come out and say things. Bring proof. They also complain. They complain. But let them complain. They won't stop me. They complain that I go to a lot of funerals of people in St. Lucie, all over St. Lucie that have families. You hurt and you grieve when your loved one is gone. And the same way that I can come to you now and ask you for your vote when you lose the loved one, I must also come. I see it as my duty as a responsible representative to come and grieve with you and help you because I know what it is to grieve. And I must therefore come and grieve with you and support you in that difficult moment. So it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me with that part at all because they don't understand what it is to empathize and to grieve with people. They don't understand. One of the funny things that I saw last week with the last funeral I attended at St. Lucie's Parish Church, for the first time, I saw their candidate attending a funeral which he was not the undertaker for. No, you know that is fake. That ain't from the heart, that is fake. And when you see something like that, you know what is happening is that someone is trying to trick you, to fool you, to make you believe that they care. But in me, you know you have an MP, a representative that cares about you, that cares about your needs and what you go through from time to time. So my friends, ladies and gentlemen, you would have heard a number of the things that we have done. The record is clear. I come to you and ask you for your vote again based on the record, my record, the record of the Barbados Labour Party. I don't come to you based on fiction, but these are facts. And it's with these facts that I ask you for your vote again. Give me the opportunity as the Barbados Labour Party candidate in this constituency in the upcoming general election on February 11th. Give me the opportunity to sign up. Let us sign off. Let us seal the deal. Let us sign off on me continuing to work on your behalf. You don't want anybody with bare talk. You want somebody with action. And I say to you tonight, in me, you have that person. You have that person who you can place your confidence in. You have placed your confidence in me for the past 7 years, for the past 2 elections. The third term, there's a lot of work to do. All has not been done. There's still a lot to be done. There's still a lot to be done. And we will continue to do so. To do everything we need to do, we may get, as you heard the Prime Minister say tonight, you can't deal with everybody all at the same time. You would have heard tonight, as the Prime Minister has indicated, there are persons who worked week on, week off, NCC workers. We have made that decision that as of 1st of March, those persons will be working every single week. Every single week. That is something that people, I'm sure that there are persons in Craphill who will benefit from that. These people have families too. And when you can give full-time employment Not you're working this week and next week you're working. The funds are available and we are investing those funds in the people. Where a youngster who may have 2 or 3 children will be able to support his family fully and will not have to decide or determine what he's going to do. Is he going to do this, leave out this today, or leave out this week and do it next week when he gets paid? That is not the case. Going forward from March 1st, those persons will become full-time employees of NCC. That is what this government is doing for you. This is what this parliamentary representative is doing for you. These are things that I want to continue to do on your behalf, to work for you. You have seen the change in St. Lucie. You don't change from what people are calling, they're saying it's bad. He don't do nothing. But what I'm saying tonight, judge me, judge the Barbados Labour Party by its record. Judge the Barbados Labour Party by its record, not only nationally, but within this constituency. It is a stellar record because you have had more in 7, 8 years than you had in 42. You have had more, you have benefited more benefits. We ain't talking about 1,300 now, that gone to 1,700. You are benefiting under the Barbados Labour Party. We feel people, we understand people, we help people. We don't fatten our pockets. Some of it trickles down to you, the people. And I want to say to you tonight, it is important. Let the Democratic Labour Party know that you are moving forward, not moving back. So comrades and friends, I want to say to you, as I've outlined to you, all that has happened in the past 8 years, I want to say to you tonight, we've only just begun. We've only just begun. There's a lot more to be done. I want to say to you, the persons, the management of the Community Club North Stars has approached me. And we are in deep negotiation, we are talking, because I believe that as the facility in St. Lucie, the community-based facility, we are seeking for them, both North Stars and the grounds in Lowlands in St. Lucie, to install lights at these grounds. And you would have lights at Connelltown, you would have lights at Checker Hall, you would have lights at North Stars, you would have lights as well at Lowlands, so that persons across the parish, you can have various competitions. And this is one of the proposals that I make tonight, to introduce a calendar of sporting events across this constituency, where in one quarter you could have table cricket competition, in another quarter you can have football competition, and the indigenous sports that we have, road tennis. I know they got a couple of road tennis courts in Crab Hill. We want to be able to utilize those courts for some road tennis competition as well. And of course, we cannot forget the ladies. We want to do some work in sports in relation to netball. I want my opponent, instead of trying to trick people, talk about $1,000 water, put something on the table that the people don't tell people go there and vote for you blindly. People don't vote like that. The people of St. Lucie have to see and understand and know, what do you have, what's in it for them, what do you have proposed. And don't go and copy none that I said tonight. I put it out there for the people. But a calendar of sporting activities in this constituency for the people, for the young people, for the seniors, for men, women. This is what we will be putting in our community or parish manifesto. Covenant with you, the people. And I tell you, I commit to you tonight. It is not, as I have always been saying, this is not a promise, it is a commitment. And if I've committed it to you, I will ensure that it is done. Whatever means we have to get it done, we will get it done. But you must, one thing I want you to do. One thing I want you to do. On February the 11th, you know, even James Paul, the Democratic Labour Party man, tell you go and vote for the BLP. So if James Paul tell you that, go and vote for the BLP, I can reinforce it tonight. Go out and vote for the Barbados Labour Party across Barbados. Vote for the Barbados Labour Party in your numbers in St. Lucie. And I commit to you tonight that I will stand firm and I will do all that is within my power to do to uplift St. Lucie even more than it has been over the past 8 years. We've only just begun, my people. Give us the opportunity to continue working on your behalf. Go out on February the 11th and vote for Peter Phillips and the Barbados Labour Party. Yours truly, good night. God bless you.
Peter is the man.